My name is Emma, and I am 35 years old. For many years, my life was calm, safe, and peaceful, and I believed that everything would always stay this way. I had a loving husband, and I had 2 wonderful children who brought joy into my world every single day. Everything looked perfect, and I often thought that I was one of the luckiest women in the world. I first met my husband Peter when I was very young. He was a little older than me, but that never mattered to me, because Peter was always kind, gentle, and very smart. He cared about me in every way, and he made me feel protected. He had a good job, he had a beautiful home, and with him I always felt safe and secure. After I finished my studies at school, Peter asked me to marry him, and I happily said yes. We had a big wedding that day. I wore a long white dress that made me feel like a princess, and Peter wore a neat black suit that made him look handsome and confident. All of our friends and family joined us, and everyone celebrated with love and happiness. A few years later, our family became bigger. We had 2 children, first a boy and then a girl. Our son Jake is now 10 years old, and our daughter Lily is 8 years old. They are my happiness and my reason to keep going every single day. I love them more than words can ever explain. Peter was not only my husband, but he was also my guide. He always told me, "Emma, you must keep learning, because one day you will need this knowledge." He encouraged me to study and to understand everything about our family business, and I listened carefully to him because he was wise. One day, Peter told me that he was not feeling well. He said, "It's just my heart, Emma. Don't worry, I will be fine." But deep inside, I could see that he was not really fine. We went to a big dinner with our friends to celebrate a new business deal. Peter smiled, he laughed, and he tried to act strong, but I could see that he looked tired. His face became red, and he said, "I feel hot." Later that night, something terrible happened. Peter's heart stopped, and even though I called for help, it was already too late. My whole world fell apart that night. I was lost without Peter, and my children were heartbroken. They cried, and I cried too, every single day. For months, I could not leave my bed because my heart was so heavy. One morning, Lily came to me and said, "Mom, please don't leave. Us too." Her small words touched me deeply and gave me strength. I realized that I had to live, not only for myself, but also for my children. I began working hard. I took care of our family business, and I took care of Jake and Lily. I tried to be strong, but my heart still felt empty. One day I found a letter from Peter. He had written it before he passed away. In the letter he said, "Emma, you are strong. Do not let life take away your smile. Live fully for yourself and for our children." His words gave me hope, and I carried them in my heart. 4 years went by. I stayed away from men and told myself that I would never love again. But life often surprises us in ways we never expect. One day I joined a hobby group to learn embroidery. There I met a kind woman named Sarah. She introduced me to her brother, Alex. Alex was tall, strong, and had blue eyes with a warm smile. He was very handsome, and I felt shy when I talked to him. When I found out that Alex was 28 years old, I felt sad because I thought he would not like me since I was older, but I was wrong. Alex looked at me and said, "Emma, you are beautiful." I felt shy, but I smiled. We started to talk more often. Alex was funny, gentle, and sweet. One evening he invited me for coffee, and we spoke for hours. He told me stories about his life, and I told him everything about Peter and my children. He listened to me carefully and said, "I know it is not easy for you, but I want to be here for you." I felt afraid. I thought, what will people think? What about my children? What about Peter? But Alex was patient, and he never rushed me. He spent time with me, he helped me with my work, and he played with Jake and Lily. My children liked him very much. Jake once said, "Mom, Alex is fun." Slowly, I began to feel alive again. After 1 year, Alex said, "Emma, I love you, and I want to live with you." I felt nervous and told him, "I cannot forget Peter." Alex gently replied, "I'm not asking you to forget him. I just want to be part of your life." I thought about Peter's words in his letter. He wanted me to be strong, and he wanted me to live fully. One day I told my children, "Alex will move in with us." They smiled and said, "That's great. Mom!" Soon we moved to a new house that was big enough for all of us. Alex brought love, care, and laughter back into our home. For the first time in years, I felt true happiness again. Now I understand that life can change suddenly. Sometimes it is hard and painful, but it can also be full of beauty and new beginnings. Peter will always stay in my heart, but I also have space in my heart for Alex. Life is about love, about family, and about moving forward with hope. I am thankful for my past, and I am hopeful for my future. I never thought I could feel joy again, but now I see light and hope. My children are still my greatest joy, and they remind me every day of Peter's love and strength. Watching them grow fills me with pride and courage. Alex has also become an important part of our lives. He is kind to Jake and Lily, and they love spending time with him. He does not try to replace Peter, but he brings new happiness into our family. With him, I have learned that it is possible to laugh again, and that it is okay to love again after loss. I will always treasure my memories with Peter, and he will forever stay in my heart. But life is about moving forward step by step, and now I feel that I am living again. I know that Peter would want this for me, and I am ready to face the future with love, courage, and hope. Thank you so much for watching this story. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.